I've been very fortunate in my life, and I think probably because I just have a rather international background, we travel a whole lot. And one of the things that kind of dawned on me is we always go to these nice hotels, we go to all the sites, the museums, and we go to, these fancy restaurants or whatever. And the thing that we rarely ever get to meet are the people. And if you think about it, that's what created all the other things that we went to that place to see. To really get a feel for a culture, you have to meet the people. But that's what we do last. Well, our next speaker is going to talk to us about putting them first. His name is Duarte Morais. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker.
Thank you. We'll start with food. Yummy, delicious, sinful, fast food. We all commit these sins sometimes, but we actually try not to do it too much. In reality, a lot of us are becoming interested in local foods, local catch, and this picture is a picture of tacos con pescado that my friend Angela makes at Centro, my favorite restaurant. So we go there to see special food. The pescado comes from North Carolina, the vegetables come from local farms. Why do we do that more and more so? It tastes a lot better. It tastes really good. It's good for us. And it supports livelihoods of our friends, our neighbors, and it's better for our mother, right? Mother Earth. So I am actually a tourism professor, so I'm here to talk to you about tourism. This is what many of us see tourism as. A lot of indulgent, self-centered people going around the world consuming landscapes, not really caring about the people they're visiting. People are passive tourists, as nerds would say. This is another critique. You have the tourists on the right looking at a stage, and then this local savage in bondage is being paid to do something that's actually the meaning for them. He is having a hard time living with himself, perhaps feeling he's insulting his ancestors. It's alienating. The beautiful thing is that society is changing in regards to tourism as well. We're using websites like this. Many of you must have used Airbnb. You can rent a cute back room in a local family, you go to a farm. You can use TripAdvisor to hear what other travelers said. It's an authentic connection. This is actually my favorite. It's called Viable. And if you go to any of hundreds of cities in the world, you can connect with a local and they'll show you the behind-the-scenes tour of their city. They're called local insiders. The problem with this is that this is a critique to some of that I've heard about these websites. It's for hyper-connected people like us hanging out with hyper-connected people somewhere else. How about all these other folks around the world that don't have access to the web? Through my travels and my research, I've met super charismatic people all around the developing world and in North Carolina that don't have access to the web. How are we excluding them from our experience and from the market and from making money from tourism? Well, the nice thing is that most people in the world now have access to cell phones. You can see from that map at the bottom, the darker gray, darker blue, more cell phones. But even in developing countries, like 90% of people have access to a cell phone. So at NC State, myself and a team of colleagues, we've developed a new software. It allows us, hyper-connected urbanites, to go to the web and surf experiences online, and then our reservations arrive through simple SMS to poor people around the world, micro-entrepreneurs. These are some of the computer nerds that I'm proud to work with. And these are the social science team. On the top left, that's an intimate community meeting where we ask folks, what is it about them that they want to share and what are the private spaces in their community? On the right, that's my student, Deidre, my team member, Deidre. She's doing one-on-one consulting with an Alice Saponi native from Warren County. This is the page on our website, peoplefirsttourism.com, and this is the North Carolina page, but there's 10 other countries, about 70 people in North Carolina now selling their experiences to you, and then another 70 or so throughout the world. You can go to this website, click on these little tags, and visit some of the entrepreneurs. This, for example, is Dwight Arrington. He's from Madison County in the mountains. He loves music, grew up playing. He'll teach you how to bury cabbages upside down in his farm so that they stay preserved over the winter. And he promises that they'll taste much better after that. This is Roger Pritchard. He bought his first piece of land. He's from Randolph County. He bought his first piece of land at 18 years old and has building it. His farm is next to the zoo, the North Carolina Zoo, and he loves the land. He's part of the local land farm conservation committee, and he wants to receive visitors and children to teach them about his land. This is Abigail Bertrand's favorite goat. Forget her name, the goat's name, but Abigail sold her retirement savings and bought a piece of land about an hour south of here, and has a permaculture farming in her farm. You can find her on our website, and she'll teach you about the meaning of taking good care of the land. This is Teresa Easley, came from Detroit, had a troubled life, and now she will sit with you for a couple of hours doing jewelry and tell you that happiness is within. These are my students listening to her very carefully. And these are actually my parents. We're visiting Crystal Willett. She has a struggling rabbit farm. She sells very yummy rabbits to eat, and also very cute, fluffy pets. So if you go visit her, you can work, or you can pet the rabbits, or you can just listen to her talk about how she's overcome difficulties. So why am I sharing this with you? People First Tourism, or we call it P1T, it is fun. I do it for work, and I take my parents there, and take my friends there. It is helping the self-reliance of these individuals, creating equity on society. It protects prosperity that is equitable, and it promotes pride, local pride. So the final thing is, I want to ask you, what are you going to do? You're going to settle for staged experiences in the hotels and glotzy Disney worlds, or are you going to start looking for meaning and making a change? You can do so now with us. Just go to this website, book an experience, spend money on these people, and improve this world.